Welcome to Spirit Knox for Brooklyn Mosaic. So today we're here to talk about forgiveness. This is a word that has so many layers to it. I like to start with forget what everybody else did. What did you do? Right? Forgive yourself for things that you may have said, you may have done, um, you may have participated in, things you may have sat silent by and let others do, things you may have enabled. Um, just sit in that, and think about why you did what you did. How did you learn that behavior? And what are you going to do differently? And how have you made amends, right? I mean, I guess that's what, AA and NA are about. The part that they leave out of NA and AA is the emotional intelligence, right? Because a lot of people in NA and AA have utilized substances to numb themselves. So that piece on how you process things can't really be taught by a book. You have to feel that. You have to have had an emotional cultivation of those emotions to understand what they look like. You can't pretend, oh, I'm supposed to be sad. Sad looks different for different situations, and that's what programs like AA and NA miss out on, the emotional intelligence, right? It's something that corporations had started to include in their training programs because, common sense is not so common. And what you think might be the right way to do things will be based on how you've been cultivated or how you've been conditioned. So there's a general standard for emotional intelligence, and we want to exceed that, right? So I hope that was helpful. Um, so that's the first piece of forgiveness. Start with you. The second piece of forgiveness is really looking at the things that have caused you pain, right? Whether it was a breakup, a death, right? Because all of that is still like, it's painful. It's a separation, it's a detachment, feelings of abandonment, neglect, rejection. Although people like to say, rejection is God's protection, sometimes you don't even know it until after the fact. But you want to look at what emotions you're holding on to or your body's holding on to that are causing trauma for you, right? Because that trauma that you hold on to is going to keep you stunted. That's just the bottom line. Whatever it is, if you hold on to it, it keeps you stunted. It keeps you out of alignment. So if I am so focused on a broken heart or someone that I think hurt me, then I'm causing blockage in my heart chakra. If there's any blockage in any of my chakras, then I'm not aligned. Whether it's my root chakra, my sacral, my solar plexus, my heart, my throat, my third eye, my crown. If there's any blockage, I'm not aligned. Just like if there's any separation between me and my ka, right? My outside chakra or my earth chakra under my feet, that's supposed to keep you out of alignment. So you have to make sure you are connected, right? And connect the best way that you can. This is where the elements come in, right? Earth, fire, water, and air. Any other elements you can think of, but those are the elements that most people know. You want to stay connected in some way to assist you with being in alignment with being able to capture things that are going to help you move through this process. So, forgiveness of yourself, addressing things that you might be holding on to, and then we get to other people, right? See how other people are not the priority? So, this is where people mess up. They make other people the priority of their forgiveness. No, start with you, things you're holding on to. Now you can get to those people. Because in order for you to get to those people, you need to be accountable. Everything that happens to you is not someone else's fault. Sometimes, a lot of the times, it is part of a divine plan for you to get the lessons that you need to move into your greatness, right? So, yeah. And that's just 3 easy steps I'm giving you for forgiveness. I do hope you are able to implement these things in your life and do it as soon as possible. Because the things that you think you're fine with, you put them behind you. Yeah, you might have put it behind you, but did you move through the emotions that came with it? Did you process what happened and take the lessons from it? Because if you didn't, you will repeat the same pattern over and over again because you didn't get the lesson the first time. You might have learned one thing, but did you learn that second thing? Did you get that third piece of information? Because there's still a part of you that might need to go a fourth time. Get what you need from those experiences. And know that, like, there's really no one to blame. Like, we tend to want to blame people for things that happened. Bottom line is, once again, people do the best with what they know. And everybody is having their own God experience. So if you dealing with people who choose to operate at a low vibration, how you gonna be mad at them when they operate at a low vibration? How you gonna be mad when you don't ascend because you keep putting yourself around people that are not conducive to what you need to ascend? So it's really a process of self-evaluation. Like y'all hear me say all the time, for the longest, like from the day I stepped out the portal, okay, people have been throwing attacks at me. They knew my greatness. They did charts on me probably before I came, right? They knew what was going to happen. They knew what my destiny would be, and they wanted to do everything to thwart that effort. Yeah, I used one of them words, THRAWT. It didn't work. It's still not working. Because when God has a divine plan for you, ain't no witches, no warlocks, no demons, no human, or anything else going to interrupt that, right? Because God, your spirit team, your ancestors, your ascended master, everybody involved is going to make sure you get to where you need to go. So I hope you all embrace this notion of forgiveness. And for me, I believe the biggest part of forgiveness is having your heart be free of any grudges or any like hatred, ill feelings. Like, you know, people may feel like I've been rude to them. And I'm not rude, but what I am is, if you step to me crazy or disrespectful or sideways, I feel that because I can feel your energy, so I know what your intention is. So when you do that, I have to work on not reacting from the same place that you're coming from because I've already absorbed your energy. So, of course, my reaction is boom, to back you up because that energy has already come to me. So I know it's an attack. That attack is going to be met with the defense, obviously, right? You have offense, you have defense. And that attack is going to be met with the appropriate level of defense. And that could sound like, get out of my space. Keep that energy over there. I don't vibe with people on this vibration. Your frequency is on the other end. Like it's going to sound like you're going to be clear that I want nothing to do with you. It's not personal. It's how you're making me feel in the moment. And I am my protector. I am my number one priority. So I'm not concerned about how you feel after you've proceeded with an attack. You just gonna get got, right? And it could be verbally, it could be with a look. Most likely it's gonna be verbal because I'm very good at the throat chakra, you know. Um, so that's what I recommend to y'all. Pay attention to what you feel. Really do an assessment of who you are. Know that forgiveness starts with you first. An assessment of all the things, all the painful things, all of the things you felt weren't fair, all the times you feel like someone hurt you, all the times you may not have really understood why things happened the way they did. And know that it's okay, right? Because once you repair your own heart, God's love fills that, and that love you feel so filling. You don't need anything else unless it's from God. And when you feel that nothing's going to disturb you, nothing's going to knock you off kilter, you're going to be fine. I hope this was helpful to you. I wish you all blessings. And you're always welcome to Spirit Knox for Brooklyn Mosaic. Blessings.